Hey, what's up, guys? We got a new episode of Latin Affiliated, and I have a very special guest with me, the creator, the amazing animator, super talented, ambitious, Ehcrama Marché.
Wow, that was so nice.
Girl.
I haven't heard words like that in a long time.
Yes, no, I mean it, and I know you have probably heard the story of how I discovered you, maybe.
I don't think I have.
Really? Okay, I know I've told it, so maybe I've told it to other people, but...
Okay.
So, it was, I think, 2024, and it was the Chicano Hollywood Elevate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was there, and they were just showing a bunch of movies, and then I was going to walk out, and then all of a sudden, this huge, cartoon came on, and, this bop, this rap bop, and I was like... So I had to turn around, and I was like, who is this, right? And so I was like, damn, this is a dope cartoon.
Oh, thank
and
you.
That's how I discovered this talented woman right here.
Yeah.
And, just the more and more you watch your show, the more and more you see all of the roles that you do. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Ehcrama Marché. First off, my name is everyone's always asking, what does that mean? And so even before I even start on the cartoon, the cartoon started because I felt like growing up, I always had to explain who I was. Anytime I met somebody else, they'd look at me and they'd be like, what are you? Why do you talk like that? And I'd be like, talk like how? And then I'd say my name and they'd be like, what's that name? What does that mean? So my name doesn't mean anything, but it's a palindrome. So Ehcrama Marché, backwards, it's the same thing, Ehcrama Marché. So I grew up in Montebello, California. Are you familiar with Montebello?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so right next to East LA, borderline. I grew up on Garfield, right where Jack in the Box is. And so basically the cartoon is about my experience growing up in Montebello because there wasn't a lot of black families or black people at all. Y menos that spoke Spanish. So I really stood out in the neighborhood. I didn't look like my mom, like my siblings. So I've always had that creative drive, I guess. I went to film school, didn't end up really doing film, but went towards the cartoon route because of COVID. We couldn't really film anymore. Or people were just scared of each other at that point. So that's how I decided to tell my story by doing the cartoon, just because everybody had to be 6 feet away from each other back then. So it was, it wasn't a way to really film all these little series episodes that you got to see.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because all of the episodes on your channel are from 5 years ago.
I know.
Which is COVID. And even in one of your episodes, I did hear the word quarantine, and that's when originally I was like, wait a minute, she was doing this during COVID.
Yeah.
So I remember picking up on that.
Yeah, I was locked in at home, had nothing to do. So I never went to school for animation. What you guys see is basically me still learning how to use animation. It was my first time. I've never been great at drawing. All my little drawings that I would do when I was little, my mom tossed them. I was not good at drawing. And so, it just kind of picked up that skill. I did a little character, and then Christian Leyva, who's also director of Horchata with Oat Milk.
Oh my God, he's going to kill you.
Wait, take two. Chris Leyva, it's because he did a lot of films, so I was trying to remember. I was he did Addicted to You. He did Horchata with Oat Milk, which is huge. Go check it out. And so, oh my God, it totally blanked out.
I'm just messing with you.
So he saw what I had done, which was the little doll that you guys had seen on the screen at Elevate Conference. I had just done a little snippet of that, and I showed it to him.
The rap song?
Yeah, well, not the rap song, because initially it was just her walking. I just animated her, and I was able to make her walk. And I recorded that. I sent it to him. I was like, oh, look what I could do. And he called me. He was like, hey, he was shooting out in Mexico. He was like, hey, you need to fly out here. Like, we need to, like,
I love
make
that.
this a
I
series.
love
Like,
that.
get over here now.
Oh my
So,
God, that's
yeah,
amazing.
I took a plane ticket to Mexico. We were there at a coffee shop. We wrote, like, 15 episodes out, called Jeff from Echo's World. Hey, we have this idea. And, like, little by little it started building, but pretty much it was all done during COVID on a little computer at home in the dark. And just getting like everybody to do voices, all our friends, like, hey, are you free? Could we stop by and record a few voices? And forcing my mom, like my mom, the woman you hear is like actually my mom.
I love her voice.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
In the videos,
all the voices are really, really on point. And really,
yeah,
really funny.
we try to just keep it. I mean, authentic. Like the people that play my friends are actually like my friends growing up. So, yeah, it was fun. Like I never really. I was kind of just doing it for fun. I wasn't really noticing like the impact it was like doing on people, but yeah, that's kind of how it all started.
I mean, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever feel like you were a comedian at all?
No.
I was going to tell you this. I feel like you're one of those people that doesn't realize how funny they are.
Really? You think I'm funny? That's like the biggest compliment ever. I'm like, wait.
I was going to tell you that.
Are you
I was like,
validating
she's
how I feel?
freaking funny.
So it's funny because I was actually voted like class clown in 8th grade. You know when you graduate in the yearbook.
Was that true then? Because that's in one of the episodes.
Yeah, I was class clown, and then also high school when I graduated.
Yeah, you do tell that story in your YouTube.
Yeah, I was also class clown, and I just remember thinking like, am I like, I'm not that funny. Like, how am I making people laugh? And then like the other part of me is like, just because I'm black, they think I'm funny. Like, I don't know. I was just like bitter, but I guess I was funny. But I'm glad that you could see that, I guess, through the cartoon as well.
Oh my God. So yeah, so speaking of horchata, like you have one of the episodes. So I want you guys to all check out. You could totally binge all of the episodes on the YouTube channel. And there's one with Concrete in there, Concrete Live.
Concrete.
He plays your Theo Maniacs.
He does.
Or he's the neighborhood Theo.
He's the neighborhood Theo. So he's just like this neighborhood Theo. You don't know what his occupancy, what is it? How do you say it? His
occupation.
Occupation.
Yeah,
you don't know what his occupation is. Like you see him just doing random stuff all the time. And so I don't know how that came about. Wait, actually I'm lying. Because initially I was like, oh, we started with Theo Maniacs and then Horchata with Oat Milk. But Horchata with Oat Milk also started during COVID. I was part of that too with helping like, just supporting from pre-production all the way through. So,
and
well,
you
not
were
all the way
script
through,
supervisor.
but yeah,
Script
supervisor.
Fun fact.
Yeah. So it started. I don't know who. I think the idea was there, but obviously I was able to put out that episode faster, obviously, than doing a movie, a full-length movie. But that was all concrete. Like I had an idea of what I wanted. Hey, let's like do a skit where you're like the neighborhood Theo. And then he pretty much came in, he put the headphones on and he just started like rambling. He just started talking. And so I had to work around like his character. So I had like a kind of like a foundation of what I wanted the story to be. But yeah, he definitely took it to the next level. Like all the jokes, everything was like all him. He's honestly a freaking like genius, like a comedian genius, because
he is very funny.
He understands like timing.
Yeah.
He understands just everything. Like he's great. I think he really that's probably one of my most favorite episodes where I was like, wow, there's like potential for this to grow.
There totally is.
Yeah. Shout out to Concrete.
Yes, yeah, and it seems like he came to life from the cartoon in Horchata because he has the hairnet.
Yeah.
And then in Horchata, like there's that part in the movie where they have the gloves. Well,
Yeah.
Concrete doesn't wear those gloves,
He
but it
doesn't.
reminded me it's the same thing because they had the dishwasher
Yeah.
gloves on.
So we had him as Tio Lavatrastes in the cartoon, but in Horchata with Oat Milk, he's known as Tio Maniacs. But yeah, that's a good call. I forgot about
So
that.
it seems like he just like came to life in
Yeah.
Horchata because he is Theo Maniacs in Horchata.
So actually,
Oh wait,
yeah. So he was inspired by the Horchata character. But since it took a little while to get the movie out, you guys are just now seeing the movie. But we definitely hijacked him from Horchata and we put him into Hella Black Mexican. So, but yeah, he killed it. I'm just like, he should, or we should, I don't know, but it should just become like, he should become a reoccurring character. He's amazing as a cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so animated. It's so good.
oh yeah, because he's only on one
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, just one.
Okay, yes, so he has to
I
be
may
a
have
recurring.
to pay a really big rate now because he's a superstar.
I know he is freaking on his way to becoming A-list.
Yeah.
You know, he did a movie with Mario Lopez, right? Didn't he shoot something recently?
Oh, I think something produced by Mario Lopez or something like that. Yeah, he's taking off. They're all taking off.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys, it's been so fun to hang around you guys. You know, I did see her at the most recent screening of Horchata with Oat Milk. And
Yes.
obviously, you are a couple with
LV or Chris Leyva.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chris Leyva. And so, you know, you guys have I love seeing you guys together. And, you know, I was excited to ask you to be on the show today.
Thank you.
We have to get LV on here at some point, you know. And, you know, so we'll do that. We'll get that as well. But so what about any future episodes? What's going to happen with that?
So, there won't be any future episodes on YouTube, but because we are working on a full-length animated feture. So, which you had the pleasure to be a part of for the table read.
Didn't.
You were at the table read?
Yes, I was.
Yes, so she was at the table read, but we have not recorded her as a character
That's
yet.
such an embarrassing story.
No. Wait, was it?
Yes, because I had a script and I was so excited to be at the table read with Jesus Sepulveda.
Yeah, Jesus Sepulveda.
Who's
another big
also
comedian.
hilarious.
Yeah, he's taking off too.
Yeah,
Oh my
because,
gosh.
oh yeah, that's right. So, what's his role in Horchata? I mean, I'm sorry,
Because
he's both. Because he's in the movie poster for your movie.
Yeah, he's the Theo.
He's the Theo.
Yeah.
So he's like the real Theo.
He's the
then.
real Theo.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's funny because they should interact, like the neighborhood Theo and the real Theo. Yeah, that's a good idea. See, Angie?
I know.
You're so good at this.
Exactly. Bring me around more often. But yeah, so no, I was at the table read, but I was just reading the, I don't know what those parts are called.
Oh, the narrator.
I was the narrator.
Yeah.
Which is not in the movie.
Right.
It's just telling
It was just like a
Setting
test,
the
you know?
scene.
I was
Oh,
okay, she has a great voice. Let's add her.
I think I annoyed everybody in the room because they were like, bitch, just read this shit.
No, you did great. Honestly, it was a good time.
I think I did.
But we definitely, we have a part for you, trust me.
Okay.
Like, we're still...
You guys are hearing it here first.
Yeah, we're still working on it, fleshing it all out. But yeah, so that's actually what we're working on next. Hopefully, we'll have a small trailer soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then probably, a children's book. So I did write my first children's book. It's getting viewed by beta readers.
Okay.
And I guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't know.
So is the book based on your whole series?
It's like my character.
Okay.
The little character, little E. But it doesn't go much into racism. Or kind of the jokes that we have on Hella Black Mexican. It's more so her family dynamic. So She has like a really evil chihuahua called Princess. So this book's just about like Princess basically just antagonizing her and like being mean to her the entire time. And then little E at the end realizes like, oh, it's not that she's being mean. She just really wants attention. She just really wants to play.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's just like about love and like understanding family, pets,
Okay.
stuff. For like 4-year-olds, obviously,
Okay, yeah.
not for us.
Yeah, because your show could just reach different audiences.
Yeah.
You know, because it has adult humor.
It does.
I mean, I think because it's funny.
No, it does, yeah.
You know, it's like that SpongeBob kind of,
It is.
you know, where you could watch SpongeBob as an adult and like.
And you still understand, like, you understand the humor, and then as kids, it's like entertaining, so it works. Yeah. I think, yeah, anytime somebody asks me, like, is it for kids? Like, pause a little bit, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, sometimes, like, some episodes for sure are for kids. Maybe the ones with, like, that dive into racism, maybe not as much. Or, I don't know. I'm just like, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys have to go check out her series, and the fact that it is based on your actual upbringing, and you know, is the family dynamics also true? Where the brother, you have your brother and your mother,
Yeah.
and your father is.
So the Hella Black Mexican, it is meant to be like telenovela vibes.
Okay.
So obviously we do dramatize. I don't know if that's the word, but we do make things a little bit more dramatic than they're supposed to be. But I did pretty much just grow up with my mom and my brother. My dad was like in and out of the picture. So he didn't raise me at all. It was my mom. So I did have like that mini identity crisis, because if you guys see like prior videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see my mom. I look absolutely nothing like her. So growing up, it was just really weird, because I didn't even know I didn't look anything like her until other people were like, oh, is that your babysitter? Is that your nana? Is that? And I was like, that's my mom. And they're like, that's not your mom. And I was like, that's not my mom. And so I'd go home and I'd just tell my mom, one, which is also in the cartoon, I did tell her like, oh, why don't I look like you? And she was just like, oh, you look like your dad. And that just was not enough. I was just like, no, like I want to look like you. And so, because I was around her all the time. Like my dad, I'd see him once every few like months. So it didn't satisfy. I couldn't like find my identity in him, you know. So most of it's all based on a true story. We do move little stuff around. So in the cartoon, she doesn't know who her dad is, and she feels like her dad is Snoop Dogg. Because in my head, I'd be like, what if my dad's actually Snoop Dogg when I was little? But yeah, we do make things, we switch it up a little bit to make it a little bit more dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really, really, I was wondering about that. I mean, it seems like it does, like, mimic, you know, and like you said, you grew up in Montebello, and did you deal with issues with your identity in real life as a little girl?
Yeah, I mean, when I was very young, I don't think I saw, like, color. I don't think I saw, oh, my mom's fair-skinned, I'm dark-skinned. It wasn't until we started going to school, we started learning about Martin Luther King, we started learning about slavery. Then it's when kids would start to look at me like, oh, she's black. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm black. Like, and I'm the only black person here. So little by little, I started realizing I was kind of always the odd one. You know, I didn't look like anybody else in the class. Luckily, I did have amazing friends, like great friends that are still my friends. Like I have friends that I made when I was 5 in kindergarten, and we're still friends, like make plans every week. We're still, you know, so they never made me feel like I was different. But I would get little side eyes from people, like at the grocery store if I'm talking to my mom and I'm like, oh, mom, me compras esto? Like people were just like, oh my God, you know? And so I hated being told like, oh, estás bien curiosita. Because I was like, what does that mean? I was like, is that like, I don't think that's a nice thing. Like, or I don't know. But yeah, it was hard to find my identity because I feel like if my mom looked like me, I would have been comfortable, I guess, with who I was. But it was just so hard to identify myself with her or even tell her like, hey mom, I'm going through these things at school, or like these kids are picking on me because I look different. Like it was hard for me to tell her because I was like, she doesn't look like me, and I don't think she'd understand. She'd just be like, oh, you're beautiful, oh, they're just jealous, like whatever moms say, you know. So I think it was more so up to me to kind of find that confidence. And I feel like maybe that's why I was funny without even knowing I was funny, because that was the way I like vibed with people. Like I'm Latina, but Latinos, we're always like making jokes, making fun of each other. So I think in that way I was able to express myself or find my identity. But yeah, I never really felt like I was like funny or any of that till people started saying it. But I'm like, maybe that was just a way for me to find comfort with like who I was and with the people around
like
me.
a coping. Bless you,
Yeah.
Bella. Sorry, this is my dog. Bless you, Bella. I just shared a random episode, and it was one of the, obviously it's on your channel, it was called the N word.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of, like, it's like hot on the internet streets right now about
Yeah.
that particular word. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, okay.
I've been through it all.
Okay, good. But it's like something that people are talking about a lot right now about, how Latinos are, some of them think they have a pass
Oh right.
to
Yeah.
say that word.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I don't think anyone should be using that word. If you're not of that descent,
Yeah.
that's not up to other cultures to pick that word up and use. Similarly to, I hate to compare it to like beaner, but I would hate for other races to use that word and act like we should be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So I kind of see them as like equal words. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't hate me for that. Let me know in your comments
Yeah.
if you say, if you think that no one should say it, because honestly, I mean, that's just maybe how I was raised. And again, I think too that it's like a Southern California thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I mean, it's just because growing up, I would hear that word and I was the only black person there. So it's like, who else is saying it? Like other Latinos are saying it around me. But at that time too, I mean, I feel like times have changed a lot, from like the 2000s to early 2000s to 2025. Wait, are we in 2025?
Yes.
We are.
Girl, I know. I'm about to call it 26 already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like 27. Like, and time is a blur at this point.
Flying. But I think
The
that
aliens are on their way too. So.
dude, oh my gosh, I will like fall into a whole conspiracy hole, but that's like another podcast. But yeah, I think it was such a norm when I was growing up, like that word being used, that I never like caught on to it, like, oh, it's bad. Like I always knew it was bad. And it was funny because my brother, he's not black, he's like full Mexican. He was the one to tell me like, hey, that's not a good word, like that's a bad word. If anybody like says that around you, or if anybody says that to you, like that's not a good thing. And he was probably like 12 when he told me this, and I was probably around 7 years old, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's a bad word, but everybody would say it like, oh, what's up, my, or that's my, and so I was kind of just like, oh, well, it's normal. But then, yeah, getting older, it's like you start to understand like the meaning of it and why it's important to know like the history of things and why we shouldn't say things, because history does repeat itself. So it's important just to be knowledgeable of like where certain words come from and why it hurts the people it does. Even though I'm black, I never use it in my vocabulary, and I'm just not comfortable like with it. There's just so many other words I could use instead anyway.
I feel like it's being debated a lot right now.
Yeah.
Particularly on these YouTube local podcasts in LA. And I feel like the people I'm seeing say it over and over, unfortunately, are the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, the new rapper wave, defending it, acting very like entitled, like, like it's so nonchalant about it. Just from my perspective, I think if you're not of that descent, like that word should just be out of our vocabulary, and it just could go left so quick, like.
Yeah. And it sucks because it's such a common word even in music and everything that it's such a derogatory term, but because it's used so carelessly, people don't tie it in with like how offensive it could be just because it's just thrown out there. It's kind of like the word shit. Like you just say, we could cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, like you say, oh shit or shit, for anything. Even little babies are saying like shit. So it's just like,
exactly.
It has become so like, people are just so jaded to the word now. But there's other people that will hold people accountable to that. Like, hey, don't say that. I don't feel comfortable like calling out people. If I see people say it, I'm just like, okay. Because like I said, I grew up my whole life just like feeling weird about stuff. So, but yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. And it just makes me think about like, again, being in our little bubble in LA, like, I don't know what other cities, like it's a very hot topic right now. And then also I feel like New York, for example, is, LA is a melting pot, and then New York is similar as a melting pot, but it's more like Puerto Ricans,
Cubans, like all of them.
Yeah, and then they're living in the Bronx. Yeah. And so I also hear like the East Coast like defend it, like Latinos from the East Coast. Like we grew up saying it, like it's fine. But, I don't know. Some people feel like they have a pass, I guess.
Yeah. And
okay, well, I wanted to get your opinion on that, because that's something that a lot of people are talking about right now, and I felt like you would be a good perspective.
Yeah.
Well, but you are Latina.
Yeah.
You're like 100% Latina.
Yeah. The only perspective I have is like my truth, right? So it's just like, I did grow up with Latinos saying that word. I wasn't always like comfortable with it. I understand that it's just a word that has become so common now that people don't think it's offensive, or people feel like because they grew up in that type of environment, whatever environment they say that it's okay to say it in, whatever. But I don't know. It's like, if people really want to fight that hard to say that word, then say it. Say it, just be careful who you say it around. Yeah. But if you really want to fight that hard, you really want to say that word, say it by all means. Like I'm not antagonizing anyone. I'm not freaking putting much energy into that,
Yeah, for sure. Well, so I know, let's talk about Hella Black Mexican again really quick. The movie. So what's the timeline on that? No pressure. When's it coming out?
I love timelines. Okay, so the actual movie, not this year. I don't see it coming out this year. Our plan is because I think what people like forget is like it's only two people doing an entire animation.
I'm glad you said that
by themselves.
Because tell everybody what goes into that.
Yeah.
If you are a creator out there, you want to be a creator, this girl does a lot. She's really developing. Yeah, like you said. So tell us what it is.
There's a lot, right? So you have to record the voices. You have to have great audio. You have to direct the people who are doing the voices, and then, okay, that's done. That's like one day. And then you have your script, probably 20 locations, which means if you have a kitchen, you have to draw the kitchen this way, but then you have to draw it this way too. And so, I mean, just a ton of backgrounds. You need to understand, what is it? Perception or perspective, whatever. You need to know how to design many characters with many layers. Then you need to rig all of them and then make sure they move appropriately and their eyes are moving and they're blinking and their hair is moving. It's just like so much. And that's for like one character.
Yeah.
And then you have to move on to the next one. And then you have to draw like the front of them and then the cord of them and then the profile of them and then the back of them.
Fuck.
So it is just a lot. Luckily, we did have like 2 amazing background 2D artists to help us with like some backgrounds, some bedrooms, school gyms, because we did like a lot, as you read. I mean, you were the narrator, so you know exactly what the story was.
No, it was.
But there was like a lot of locations.
How long was the script?
The script was...
Now that you say that, and there was like 20 people in the room.
Yeah, there was a lot of characters. Wow, I don't even remember. I think it was almost like an hour or about an hour, or like 67 pages, I think, around there. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot for 2 people because you like studios have tons and tons of people just to do like one thing. You have like 6 people working on like making the character blink. And that's it. Then you have other people working on the trees. You have other people working on like the rigging of them moving. So yeah, it's like we're doing a lot for just being 2 people. So with that being said, this year, probably not. My plan is to get like the trailer out, package it up very nicely. We know some people that work for some really great networks. So hopefully, they'll look at this and be like, I will help you guys take this to the next level. But yeah, my plan right now is just to create that short trailer, kind of shop it around, hopefully get some funding or get like some studio backing maybe. And if not, then yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do the whole thing ourselves.
Well, the good thing is that the way you tell stories, they're just like, okay, so like, for example, the 5-year timeline from YouTube. I mean, I binged on it today. Yeah. And it still hits. You know, the stories are just so relevant and relatable. So I know the movie is going to be that way. So, you have the time to create it.
Yeah, it's that. It's just like you have to choose. Oh my God, I apologize if I've said like 50 times.
Don't worry, I probably said I say so much. I hate it. I hate it.
But yeah, right now it's either you have time or money or both. Mm-hmm. I have time right now. I don't have a lot of money, so I have time. True. So right now I am doing the best I can, for sure. Maybe if I finish a scene, how often do these come out?
My episodes, I try and do them once a week, but I've been like slacking a little bit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if I have a little preview, we'll insert it so they could take a look. Because we have the beginning, which is kind of like the classroom and stuff.
Oh my God, that would be nice. Dope.
Yeah. Yes. It'll be a first looks on Latin. This one's Latin affiliated, right?
Yes.
Because you have multiple podcasts?
I have 2. I have but the other one is for court cases.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
No, this is Latin affiliated. But that would be amazing.
Yes.
Is there any plans to like do any more film fests or anything like that?
With that specific trailer? Or
any sort of like events?
Well, I do want to, so I did mention before, I did go to film school, and as much as I love animation and it's just really fun and a great way to get like your message out, I do want to go back to where I started. So
which film school was that?
I went to LA Film School.
You did?
I did. I was an alumni there too. But I didn't graduate because 2 weeks before they were telling me that I owed $6,000, and they told me, oh, you need to pay this by Wednesday so you could get your cap and gown. And I was like, you're letting me know in 3 days? Like,
Oh,
I need
wow.
to pay this money? And so they didn't let me graduate. I think I still owe those $6,000.
Girl, same. I got school
But
loans. I got school loans in 2009
oh my
that I'm
gosh.
actually just starting to deal with because I thought Obama was going to forgive everything, and I was waiting for that.
Same. Yeah. So anytime I go in there, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I still owe
They're
6,000.
like, there's that
That
girl.
thief.
No, I'm sure every single student owes.
It is, yeah. But it just sucks because I completed everything, and just because I didn't have money, I don't have a diploma. But you don't need a diploma. I still got everything I needed to know and learn.
Part. Exactly.
And I didn't have to pay $6,000, and I'm still doing just
Is that
fine.
where you met LV?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we had an editing class together, and he was very like tuned into his work and stuff. And I would just see him, and I was like, oh my God, because he has tattoos. And I'd be like, oh, he has tattoos and he has a beard. And I remember texting my friend like, oh my God, there's this guy in this class. And what I liked though was that he was just very focused like on his work. Because when you go to college, not everybody takes it very serious, especially if your like parents aren't paying for it, or if you're getting, I don't know. But some people don't take it that serious. He was like very zoned in. He'd always ask questions and be like, oh my God, okay, how do I do this? And da 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 da. And I was just like, wow, I like him. Like, he's about his business. And then, yeah, I actually was the one to approach him. Which is so funny. People are just like, how does that happen? And I was just like, I just went and was like, hi, I think you're cute. I didn't say that, but I was just like, hello. Nice to meet you.
Oh man, you guys are getting the scoop.
But yeah, and I think we mesh really well together because we're both creatives. We know what it takes to even get something out. Like, even when I go watch films and I hear people critiquing in the back like, oh, that was like horrible, or that was shot so shitty. It's like, it takes so much work to like, even like you setting this up on your own. It's like, it takes a lot of work, and some people don't realize it because they're just consuming it, you know, that, oh, I could have done better. But it's just like, it takes a lot of work. So I think,
yes. I brought her into my personal set.
yeah,
You know, I didn't want to do the clubhouse for her because of a couple reasons that you don't need to know about. But yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, you understand as a creative, like how much work goes into making stuff look nice, you know. So I think it works. We have a great like partnership and everything.
You guys have a lot in common. That's important.
It works out because I know for some people it doesn't. Well, I guess because they come from different like fields.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far so good.
Yes, no, I love seeing you guys out. It's always really cool when I, get to go to your events, and it just feels like I'm just always happy to be there and, see what you guys are doing and support any way I can. And, you guys are all very, very talented. And yeah, so I'm always happy to be there and just be in the mix and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did see your name in the credits for Horchata.
Mm-hmm.
So you were just on the scripts?
So yeah,
I feel like I saw you on another role.
I was a script supervisor. I helped with set designing or production designing. Mm-hmm. So we helped set up like the kitchen. We got all the props together. That the mom, in the beginning when the mom's like hitting the masa or mixing the carne, like we were in charge of like getting all of that stuff, designing the kitchen. Like when Flaco? No wait, yeah, Flaco walks in and he sees like the mural. Is it called a mural? Or bureau? Mural.
Wait, what was it of?
Of the father that passed away, like in the beginning, right in the beginning when he gets home.
Yeah, it looks like a painting.
Yeah, so it was like that wall was not there. So we just had to basically help create the set. the quinceañera, designing like the background, the balloons, so everything pretty much, yeah, props, set design, scripty, and then at times I was doing second AC, which is when you clap the slate and you're like, scene one, take one. So we all had a lot of hats to wear, but it was such a good experience because everybody was there wanting to do something great because you knew this was something for like the culture, for La Raza. So it was just like, it felt really special being there with all of those people. It was kind of just a little bit surreal. Now when I think about it, it felt like a dream. Like, I'm just like, wow, we were really on set like every day having so much fun. Like we had first seats to watching Concrete like just do his thing and be hilarious. So yeah, it was a really special set. I've been on a few sets as like a PA, a second AC, and there's just very few where you feel like you're working like with family. So it was very, very beautiful. And then to see like the thing at the end, to see like the film at the end, it was very like, wow, we actually like, this is a movie, because when you're on set, you don't really know what's going on. You'll peek at the monitor and it's like, oh, that looks good. But to see it on the big screen, it's like, wow.
And LV was the director.
He was the director and he was the editor. So he spent hours.
Okay.
There was like times where I probably did, like, I was waking up and he was just going to sleep because he was just hours editing.
Wow.
And, and then I remember, just thinking like they should just put it out, like it's ready. But he knew what he wanted, as well as John. John is the executive producer. Like they knew what they wanted. They had like a vision for what they wanted to see. And I am so glad that, they're freaking tercos sometimes. And they're just like, no, we're going to keep shooting. We're going to keep, we're going to make it good. And so it just, when I saw it, I was just like, wow, they did it. They did it. I'm glad they didn't listen to anybody else, to me or anybody when they were just like, just put it out, because it needed time. And now it's out. Yeah.
And we hope that it will come out for a theatrical release. Run.
Yeah, that would be great.
So more people can go see it at the theater.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it special too, watching it with like a lot of people, with your community. It makes it fun.
So I went to the premiere. You guys had packed house, and it was so much fun. It was such a good event.
It was.
But yeah, you're right. It felt like everybody in that theater knew each other.
Yeah. And it was really nice to see how everybody felt seen, like watching that. Everybody felt like they were seeing their mom, because the mom was very like snappy. And I remember in parts of the scenes I'd like turn to look at my mom because my mom was just like that, well, not too much like that. I'm not getting mad at me, but she was very like, go do this, go do that, and I'm just like, what do I do first?
A lot of Mexican moms are.
So it was a great experience that night.
I remember watching the whole thing, and then the lights turned on, and I didn't even know Jerry Garcia was sitting next to me the entire time.
Oh, really?
He was sitting next to me the entire time. I did not even know. I did not even see, because when I came to the row, I saw all of his kids.
Yeah.
Or I guess he only has 2 boys.
Oh, okay. I was like, he has a lot of kids.
And I was just like trying to get in the middle, and I remember they were looking at me. I think they were trying to save his seat.
Oh.
And I was just like, well, I'm just going to go down there. And so like, I didn't even pay attention to them. And then the lights turned on. I was like, oh shit. That's why they were like, where?
That's funny.
I almost took his seat, I guess. But.
Had you met him before that?
Oh, yeah. No, Jerry Garcia's been on
the
show.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
We had our first episodes that we did for Latin Affiliated called La Cena.
La Cena?
And
when you guys would eat?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
So I took him to his favorite Brazilian restaurant in Culver City, I believe. I think it was in Culver City.
Culver City. Shout out to Culver City.
Yeah.
They have so many good food options over there.
They do. So you have to, when I go over there, you have to come visit me over there.
I would love to do a La Cena, by the way.
What do you want to do? Listen, you want me to bring it back? Let's bring La Cena back. just for her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I would call the restaurants and like be like, hey, I'm gonna shoot there. Are you
Oh,
gonna
so it
comp
was
our meal?
legit at restaurants.
And I would have them comp our meals.
Look at Angie. You're so, yes, that's awesome.
It was fun, but it was a lot because like I
Yeah.
had to have a cameraman, and I had a really great cameraman actually.
Yeah.
Shout out to Willie May. He would so appreciate that I shouted out his name again. But you know, it got to be a lot because
Yeah.
you know, it's a crew and we would do it during open hours.
Oh,
so
yeah.
some of the diners are like, what the fuck are these people doing shooting?
Yeah, no, it takes a team. It takes a mini village to do something.
Yeah,
for
we had a
sure.
good run with it, but not sure. I mean, maybe I'll do one where I make the food.
That would be cool. I love to see ones where, yeah, you get all the ingredients and you're just like
Yeah.
talking.
We could do that.
That would be
better.
fun. And she has a really nice kitchen. So.
It's okay. Yeah, but I would only know like a couple dishes.
What's like your favorite thing or
What
one
I
thing
used
that
to
you
do,
would cook?
okay.
Yeah.
If I wanted to impress like a guy,
Yeah.
I would make them, and I've only done this for like 2 guys, okay? Chicken enchiladas, Spanish rice, because I would make I would just like put so much love into the chicken. Like my secret ingredient for chicken is like the lime juice and like boiling it.
Yeah.
And it just makes the chicken like melt.
That sounds so
And then the
good.
Spanish rice also, I think using, I think he's put lime in the Spanish rice too. I haven't made it in a while because I've been in love in a while, okay?
Oh, enchiladas is such a great dish.
But man, these guys would, well, the one that I did it for, he definitely fell in love. He was like,
Yeah.
but then I never made it again. I'm just kidding.
No, he's gone. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I suck at making enchiladas because the tortilla like rips whenever I try to.
Oh, really?
Do you put it in
It
you don't do the oven one, right?
No.
Because that's
And
like the
it's-
Americanized
Oh,
version.
hell yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't do that shit. The fucking like layer.
Yeah.
It
I'll
looks
be
like
on
a
TikTok and I'm
casserole.
like, what the fuck is that?
No. The way I do
Okay.
it is like, you know, there's a lot of pans.
Yeah.
A lot of trading of, you know, dipping in other sauces and
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I can make a bomb.
So that's
sure.
one. You said you had a second dish?
Well, I mean, maybe I was lying. That's really it.
Enchiladas is a good one, for sure. I was like, that was my favorite thing as a little girl. I think.
Oh yeah, you have that in your.
Yeah, I loved
and then he
enchiladas.
gave you chicken.
Yeah, he gave me a piece of fried chicken. So that one obviously was like very dramatic, but in real
And
life,
you look so happy to just eat that.
just to be there. Yeah. I mean, I'll eat anything. Even when I was little, I would eat everything but fish. I was just afraid of fish because my brother loved fish, like having a fish tank. And so when I would find out like we're eating actual little fishes, not little, but like tilapia or whatever, I would get very emotional. I was like, I'm not gonna eat a fish. Like they could have a family and everything. But and I would always have every meal with the chile, like a chile
No, I was
serrano.
gonna just ask you about that.
Like just biting it because I'd watch my mom do it.
Oh damn!
And then I would eventually
girl.
do my eggs in the morning with the chile.
Dang,
My freaking
born
lunch.
and raised.
Yeah, dude. Even till this day, I still do it, but I need to chill a little bit because, like, yeah, my body's kind of just like declining now. It's just like no more chili, but. Anytime I can, I will be biting. If I'm eating like a tuna salad, I'm biting my chili.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean, that actually sounds good. I mean,
I feel like it just makes food taste so much
Yeah.
better. Like it opens like your nose, your eyes, your ears.
Yeah.
It makes your senses more sensitive to
yeah,
like, the
no,
food.
I get it for sure.
Or sometimes it's just so hot you can't even taste the food anymore. But whatever. It's still good.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch all of her episodes on YouTube because you'll get to know a lot about her, I feel like. Because it feels like it's definitely based on, you know, like she said, it is dramatized, you know, but it is super entertaining and relatable and so funny. And, you know, like I was telling her before, I think off camera last time I seen her, is like you could take that cartoon so many ways.
Yeah.
because it's got the adult humor. He already said you're turning it into a book, which is super smart.
Yeah.
Where is that in the process?
So, right now, kind of just getting feedback from people reading it.
Oh, that's right.
So right now, I've just sent it to one person who's a writer, but he more so does like films. So I'm still gonna send it to like not regular people, but people whose career isn't really in the industry. Like they're more like stay-at-home moms, or they have just a different type of job, so that they could read it to their kids and to get some feedback on what they think about it. The book I'm writing now was kind of inspired by the No David No. Have you ever read that book? So it was like a book I picked up. It was the only book I was able to afford when I was little because they would have Scholastic. Do you know what Scholastic is? Like the Scholastic Fair?
Yeah. Everybody remembers that.
Yeah, so I only had like $6 or I don't know how much money I had and I really wanted a book.
Oh, and they used to give you that, like, remember that flimsy paper,
Yeah.
and then you would check off the box. And I just remember getting a lot of bookmarks. I think I was pretty poor, too.
Bookmarks and erasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was the only book I was able to buy. And I remember going to class and I was really excited. And I started reading it and I was like, I really like this book. And my classmates started reading it too, and they really liked it too. And it was like a cheaper book, I think, at the time. And so basically, it's inspired by that book. So it's just like a little boy. His name's David, and he's like a travieso, and he's like always doing bad stuff. So yeah,
You were like, I love this book.
Yeah, I was like, I identify with this book. That's me. But yeah.
Oh, girl.
So,
That's so funny.
as soon as we get feedback from that, yeah, I think I'm gonna start packaging it up. I do want to have like kind of like a Christmas episode too, which I know I said no episodes, but I want to do like a 20-minute like Christmas kind of animation.
Oh, that would be
so people could watch it like every year with their family.
Goodness, that's so smart.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Leyva because he's the one pushing on that. Like, oh, we need to do that.
That is really good. That's like people that remake like the Christmas carols, like because they'll be in the algorithm forever. That is really smart.
So something like that. But yeah, so that's the future.
Your book, I'm assuming it's like one of those books that is like an animation book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Here, I'll show you a quick little preview because I have the freaking, what is it? Like the blueprint? I don't know. So it's called Bad Princess.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
So it's inspired by my evil Chihuahua dog. And it's a picture book. So it's for ages 3. Oh, it doesn't do it. So it's supposed to show both sides of the book. So I use like this platform to kind of
we'll
share
put it
the
on
story.
the screen.
Yeah. So yeah, and thanks to like AI and stuff, which I know AI is also taking a lot of jobs from people. I'm afraid for my life too because AI could definitely take my job as an editor. But definitely implement it, in your work, especially if you work by yourself, like you work alone. There's a lot of negatives, but there's so many positives that people could like capitalize off right now. I have a friend who whose little brother did like 3 ebooks already, and he's doing well with like selling them.
Oh my
and
God,
it was
I
all
was
because
just
of
about
AI.
to do that.
Yeah,
I actually did make 2 ebooks. I haven't put them online yet.
Yeah, it's like if you see the opportunity, take it. Like use it right now that it's free, that it's accessible.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot, and it was been amazing catching up with you. And
It went by fast.
Yeah, it did. I knew it would, and I'm so happy I got to have you on the show. And
Thank you.
we got a new episode Latin affiliated out again, so I know the audience is gonna love this. But make sure you go subscribe to her channel, go binge watch. If you like to It's the perfect cartoon to do that. I remember I did that the first time I watched them, and I was
That's
busting up
funny.
the entire time. But this
Oh
time
my
I didn't do
gosh.
that, but I was still busting up. So that's how you know it's super funny.
Which one would you say? Which one would you recommend for them to watch
I think the Concrete Live one
Okay,
really
yeah.
hit.
That one yeah.
That one was really funny.
I agree.
But they're all really funny. So, but it just so happened, like I said today on Latin Affiliated, I shared one of your episodes, and I just randomly picked one, and it happened to be the N word.
Oh, shit. You know, it's so funny because when you said like, "Oh, that episode," in my head I was like, I thought I like hid that video from the playlist. In my head, I'm like, how did she see it?
Oh my God. And that's the one I shared. And I told you it was so random. And then I was like, I probably should have shared the Concrete Live one.
That's probably a
But I think they'll get more curious and be like, damn, what's this girl really on? Like, let's see the rest of them.
That's hilarious. Because in my head, I thought I had, when you put it as enlisted.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you go down the line, there's like some unlisted videos. Because when I watch them now, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if that's going to be okay. You know, even though everything's like true or whatever, you just don't always, I just don't want to offend some people. And that one, like the N word, obviously it's like, I mean.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
And it didn't even, yeah, it was a, you know, interesting story, because I was like, damn, I wonder if she really went through that, you know. So it wasn't anything about her saying it. You just have to go watch it. And I think that's why I was like kind of laughing after I shared it, but then I was like, you know, if they watch it, then, you know, there's a lesson there too.
Oh, I love that.
So.
Yeah. So happy accident. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. All right, guys. Well, I hope you liked this episode of Latin Affiliated. We'll have to have her back, and you know, maybe we'll get LV on here soon.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He has a great story.
He must have, I was just going to say, took the words out of my mouth. He must have a ton of stories to tell.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys on the next one, and peace out.
Déjame contarte de esta negrita de Montebello. Dejaré mi sello, déjame te enseño. Mira cómo muevo la cadera que los cuellos. Mírala.